Hello class, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing good at home. So, welcome to the third part of our respiration chapter, and it's a very interesting part, and this chapter was also very interesting. So, what we'll learn in this chapter, we will learn about in this part, we will learn about the breathing in animals, okay? So, we'll learn about the breathing in animals and very interesting thing, okay? So, let's start. Various animals like cows, goats, lions, snakes, birds, etc. have lungs like human beings. But what about the other organisms and how do they breathe? Let us find out. So, cow, goats, humans, lions, snakes, birds, they have lungs and they can breathe through their lungs, okay? But there are so many organisms, and what about them? So, let's start. Let's start with the cockroach one, okay? So we all have cockroach in our home, and how do they breathe? A cockroach, okay, a cockroach has a small openings called spiracles, right? Cockroach has a small opening in the either side of its body, and this is called the spiracle. And cockroach and other insects have a network of air tubes called the trachea for the exchange of gases. So cockroach has a spiracle in their body. That is a small opening which helps them for this exchange of gases. Which helps them for the respiration, and they have trachea which helps them for the exchange of gases, okay? Oxygen rich air enters the tracheal tube through the spiracles, okay, and diffuses into the body. Similarly, carbon dioxide from the cells goes into the tracheal tubes and move out through the spiracles, okay? See here the diagram. These are spiracles, okay? These are spiracles, and these are tracheal tubes, okay? Tracheal trunks, we can say. So what happens when the cockroach breathe in? The air goes to the spiracle, through the spiracle that goes to the trachea, okay, and diffuses into the body. And similarly, carbon dioxide is also goes to the tracheal, and then this process going on, okay? This is the process of respiration in cockroach. Now check about the earthworm, how earthworm breathe. So earthworm and leech breathe through their skin, okay? Earthworm and leech, they have what? They have skin for the breathing, okay? Earthworm and leech, they have skin for the breathing. Not only earthworm and leech, there is an amphibians named frog, okay? Frog भी skin से breathe करता है. Not only skin but skin and the lungs, okay? So earthworm and leech breathe through the skin, and the skin of the earthworm is moist, slimy, and has numerous blood capillaries. There is numerous of blood capillaries, you can see here, okay? And this type, and these are very slimy, very moist, okay? आप देखना वो हमेशा चिपचिपा होता है, okay? So this type of skin with large number of capillaries are called highly vascular. So what is highly vascular? The skin of any insects which are large number of capillaries are called, large number of capillaries are called highly vascular body, okay? And the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs between air and blood in the skin, okay? So the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, where that occurs between the air and blood in the skin, okay? And do frogs have pair of lungs like human beings, and they can also breathe through their skin, okay? That is why the skin of a frog is slippery. You know about the frog have lungs. Why? Because they are amphibians. Amphibians means they are living on the land and in water as well. So when they are on land, they breathe through their lungs. They have lungs, okay? They breathe through their lungs, but when they are under the water, they breathe through their skin, okay? That's why you can see the skin of the frog is also moist, okay? So what we have learned in earthworm, we have learned about that earthworm and leeches, they breathe through their skin. That's why their skins are very moist and slippery, okay? And they have they have large number of blood capillaries. That's why they are called the highly vascular body, okay? And and the oxygen and carbon dioxide, that exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs between what? Occur between the air and blood in the skin. Okay, and like earthworm and the leech, frogs also have the moist skin. Why? Because they are amphibians, they live on land and in water. So when they are on land, they breathe through their lungs, but when they are under the water, they breathe through their skin. Okay, clear? Now come to the fish. Okay, how fish breathe? How do fish breathe? Okay, fish, we already know that the fish breathe through their gills. Okay, and we are learning this from the class 3-4, that fish breathe through their gills. They have gills by obtaining oxygen dissolved in water. Dissolved in water means, you know, the fish, they can't take the open oxygen, they also need the oxygen, but वो ऐसे एयर में ऑक्सीजन नहीं ले सकते. They are habitat or adapted to take the water, take the oxygen dissolved in water. That's why when we have aquarium in your home, और आपके घर में अगर aquarium होगा तो आप क्या देखोगे, there we put a pump, हम वहाँ पे pump लगाते हैं. For what? So that the oxygen comes to the water and that dissolve easily, and the exchange of gases takes place very easily. Okay, so gills are projections of the skin. Gills are what? These are the projection of skin, and they have a network of blood capillaries. So have you seen fish? फ़िश को जब हम आप बहुत लोग, आप में से बहुत लोग फ़िश खाते होंगे, तो जब फ़िश के जो हेड होता है ना, जो उसका सर होता है, उसको जब हम खाते हैं तो वी यू मस्ट हैव सीन सो मेनी ब्लड कैपिलरीज. वहाँ पे ना कॉम की तरह होता है, राइट? दैट कैरीज दैट हेल्प्स फॉर द एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस. So the network of blood capillaries, the dissolved oxygen in the water diffuses into the blood capillaries, and the carbon dioxide diffuses out into the water. Okay, so here you can see the gills. These are the gills. Okay, here is the gills. Okay class, and it has so many blood capillaries. Okay, many blood capillaries which helps them for the exchange of gases. Now see, okay, so blood capillaries for what? They dissolve the oxygen, the dissolved oxygen in the water diffuses into the blood capillaries, and the carbon dioxide diffuses out into the water. Okay, now brain teaser is there. Do all fishes have lungs? Class, tell me, सब fishes के lungs होते हैं? Think about it. Think. No, all fishes has no lungs. Okay, like all fishes have gills only except the dolphins and whales. मैंने आपको शायद पहले क्लास में बताया था कि डॉल्फिन्स और वेल्स के पास ही बस लंग्स होते हैं, बाकी सबके पास गिल्स होते हैं. So that dolphin and lungs come out from the water surface, or they comes to the water surface to get the oxygen. Okay, dolphins and whales have the lungs. Okay, rest and aquatic animal has the gills. Okay, now see the respiration in plants. Now we will learn about the respiration in plants. Okay, so you know all the living beings respire, not only animal, not only insect, not only human, but plants are also the living beings. Okay, plants भी living beings होते हैं और वो भी respiration करते हैं. Okay, so how plants do respiration, we'll learn about that. So we have already learned like other living organisms, plant also respire. Okay, like other living organisms, plants also respire, and plants also take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. Okay, so in the cells, oxygen is used to break down to glucose into carbon dioxide and water. So plants do not have respiratory organ. They don't have nostrils or nasal cavity like us. So each part of the plants can independently take oxygen from the surrounding air and give out carbon dioxide. Okay, so different parts of a plant have different methods of obtaining oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. And what are those? Let's see. So first we'll learn about the leaves. In leaves, how respiration takes place in leaves. So the leaves have tiny pores called the stomata. This one, and you have must read about this. So they have so these are the stomata. Leaves have the tiny pores which is known as the stomata, that helps for what? For the exchange of gases, right? For the exchange of gases takes place in the stomata only. Now see about the stem. How stems help for the respiration? Young stems have stomata like leaves, and in old woody stems, lenticels develop below the bark of the gases for the below the bark of the tree for exchange of gases. Okay, so in stem what happened? The young stems have the stomata like leaves, but the old woody stems जो old होते हैं, they have the lenticels that develop below the bark of the tree for what? For the exchange of gases. And you know, plants do respiration through their roots also. And how? In roots through the root hair taken from the air spaces present between the soil particles. You know, the soil particles are porous, that's why there are air, right? And the roots that takes the air from the soil, okay, soil particles. And plant that grow in swampy area I've already discussed about in the Google Meet class, in the Zoom class, that swampy area means the area which is covered with the water, right? The area which is covered with the water, and like the Sundarban and all, the plants that grows there have the aerial roots, right? They have the aerial roots, means roots which are grown on their branches, right? And like the mangroves have, okay, and they take the air from the atmosphere only, right? So plants that grow in swampy areas like mangrove have aerial roots to take in air, right? These are, and I've shown this in the Zoom class, मैंने आपको दिखाया भी था अच्छे से, right? Like this, these are the aerial roots of mangroves. Okay, so we are done with the chapter class, and what we have learned this chapter, we have learned about the respiration, we have learned about the external internal respiration, Arabic and anaerobic respiration, we have learned about the breathing, we have learned about the how do we breathe, why do we breathe, and what do we breathe out, right? Then we have learned about the breathing in different insects and animals. Then we have learned about the breathing or respiration in plants. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this chapter, and still if you have any doubt, then you may ask me, and you feel free to ask me in my personal WhatsApp, or you can call me, or you can check the videos twice or thrice. Okay, so here are some questions which you can do with your own self. It's very easy, and I have already discussed in the video conference class, but still if you have not done, then go twice or thrice of this video. आप आराम से इसे कर सकते हो. It's not tough, it's very easy, and do it with your own self so that you can check your what, आप अपना, आप देख सकते हो कि आपको कितना समझ में आया, राइट? आप अपना अंडरस्टैंडिंग चेक कर सकते हो विद दिस. ओके, इट्स वेरी इजी, बट स्टिल इफ यू आर फेसिंग एनी प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन आस्क मी. ओके, सो वी आर डन विद दिस चैप्टर, and I'll catch you with the new video of our biology part. Till then, be safe, be at home, and maintain all the protocol for COVID-19, and best of luck for our midterm exam. Thank you so much.